Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session. Thank you so much for taking your time to attend the session today. I hope by the end of the session, you would gain more insights on AI extraction. Let's start the webinar. Turn unstructured documents into data that works for you with AI extractions. AI extractions is currently in its preview release, and today's session is the first webinar showcasing the feature. So you will be getting an early look at what it can do. To start with a quick intro, I'm Sangeeta Ramesh. I'm working as Product Marketing Manager at Data Snipper. Before joining Data Snipper, I was working as external auditor for 8 years and then moved to Data Snipper as Audit Transformation Manager and then shifted to Product Marketing team to focus on customer educations and customer educational content. So this is me, and I'll be leading the session today. Our AI extractions product manager, Ricardo, is in the webinar too. I'll give him the chance to introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ricardo Martins. I'm a product manager at Data Snipper, responsible for AI extractions. In a past life, I was a software engineer, but I decided to make the jump into product management around 7 years ago. Very excited today to see my first product at Data Snipper with AI extractions. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts and how it works for your use cases or not, and how we can evolve the product together. I'll be available in the chat to answer any of the questions you might have. So see you in a bit.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Great to have you in the webinar. Let's try to make the session as interactive as possible and as interesting as possible. A couple of points before we start, like you will be receiving the recording of the session in an email. So in case you missed any part of the session, don't worry, you can rewatch the recording at your own pace and get a refresher. Also, the Q&A section is open. So in case of any questions at any time, please feel free to post your questions in that section. And our product expert, Ricardo, is here too, who will be moderating the session today and helping me in responding to your questions. Also, if you're new to Data Snipper or AI extractions and would like to book a demo with our best executives to know more about it and to get a customized demo, please scan the QR code or use the link from the chat section. If you're an existing customer and is an Accelerate or Elevate package, you should have access to AI extractions in Q1 2026. This is in a preview release stage, and any customers in the session who signed up for the preview versions, then you should have access to the feature by now. If you're in Start package and if you would like to upgrade to access AI extractions, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager so that they can help you in getting access to the feature or the tool. We also have dedicated 5 to 10 minutes Q&A section or Q&A time at the end of the session. So in case we miss out on any questions during the session, we will make sure to address it at the end. Perfect. So let's quickly take a look at the agenda today. So we'll start by addressing some of the key challenges in data extraction. Then let's meet AI extractions. After that, we'll dive into a live demo of AI extractions and finally wrap up with how we help, next steps, and question and answer session. Let's get started. So if you're new to Data Snipper, here is what you can expect from the platform. Data Snipper is the intelligent automation platform that helps audit and financial professionals to automatically extract, cross-reference, and validate all your source document at scale, brings ease of review with cross-referencing while increasing the quality of your procedures with documentation trials. We have more than 600,000 financial professionals who are happily using Data Snipper across the 175 plus countries. The pain is real. Manual extraction is slow and repetitive. Like teams spends hours snipping and copying data from unstructured documents like bank statements, payroll reports, medical evaluation reports, and many more. And also the inconsistent layouts increases errors, like different document formats make extractions hard to standardize, leading to inconsistencies and rework. Limited traceability reduces confidence, which is when extraction information isn't linked to its source, reviews slows down, and trust weakens. And also, fragmented workflow breaks focus, which is like switching between tools to extract and validate information, disrupts the flow, reducing productivity and review quality. How we currently help with data extraction is like with form extraction, you can extract the relevant data from the document with the same layout. And with advanced document extractions, the AI suggestions, it automatically detects the data fields in kind of a structured documents at scale. But now we have upgraded even further. So meet AI extractions. AI extractions is contextual AI assisted extraction. It transforms unstructured documents into data that works for you directly in Excel. Using prompting and reusable templates, user can define what to extract, quickly process multiple files, and instantly trace every value through live cross references back to the source document. From payroll reports to the bank statements, AI extractions adapts to each document's structure with precision. The result is faster preparation, greater accuracy, and full traceable defensible review. By embedding AI extractions in Excel, teams eliminate tool switching and maintain end-to-end transparency with auditability built in so firm can trust every extracted value. Internal audits perpetual evidence challenges unstructured data. So PDFs, scanned invoices, multi-page contracts, emails, reconciliation, extracts, certifications. High performing teams in 2026 will treat unstructured data competency as a baseline skill. The capabilities includes extracting reliable data from the inconsistent documents, detecting anomalies, missing pages, or altered materials, converting messy evidence into structured audit artifacts, enabling automated testing and real-time monitoring. So this is the capability most internal audit teams underestimate. So the key values powering AI extraction, speed and scale, which automates the structured data extraction across diverse document layouts, eliminates manual snipping and repetitive setup work. The quality and trust, very important factor, creates live cross-references between extracted values and the source document for transparent, defensible reviews, builds traceability into every workflow, enabling faster validation and higher confidence. Flexibility works across document types and structures, from bank statement to payroll reports to evaluation reports, can work with any language. We will also have some examples in today's session, and adapts easily to new use cases without complex configuration. And productivity, fully Excel native, no switching tools or breaking focus, frees teams to focus on analysis and review instead of manual data preparation. Perfect. It's a short time. So let's see AI extractions in the action mode. So I will be showing around like 4 to 5 use cases today, so you get an idea what kind of documents are supported and how it works. But as I mentioned earlier, like if you have any questions, please feel free to post it in Q&A section. Ricardo is here to help us with the questions. And if you have any feedback to the feature or the tool, please feel free to post it as well, so our product manager gets it immediately. Perfect. So let me open my Excel workbook. Um, I do see that one of the participants has raised their hand. I'm so sorry, due to the Zoom setting, by default, the audio is switched off. So in case if you would like to convey anything or discuss anything, please feel free to post it in the Q&A section. More than happy to take it from there. Perfect. So let's start with the payroll report as an example. So I'm going to quickly open my Excel workbook. So yeah, Data Snipper is an Excel add-in, and if you have enabled AI extractions, then you should see that within the automation ribbon of Data Snipper add-in. And in order to initiate AI extractions, of course, first you have to import the documents to your Excel workbook. So you have multiple ways of importing. And I have already imported around 4 payroll reports. And as you can see, these payroll reports actually looks quite different. It's not in a structured a similar looking format. It's quite different. And if you would like to extract information from these payroll reports, you can use AI extractions. So let's see how AI extractions can help. So first, we have to click on AI extractions icon. Then we have to select the documents from which we would like to extract information. If you have all these documents within a folder, then you can also select a folder from this view and then click on next. Perfect. So now we have these reports. So these are the documents from which we would like to extract information. So we have it here. And you also have an option to zoom in, zoom out, rotate. And if it's a multiple page document, let me go to, you can easily move between the pages, like you can easily navigate between the pages. So let's start. So these are the important items that we need to consider. So like there's a key, description, and the type. So first, in this case, as we are extracting from like the payroll register report, so let's give the field name as payroll register report. And the type of this payroll register report is a list because these documents are in the form of a list and we would like to extract details from these listed documents. So first we can select the list, or if you are trying to extract information from a tabular format documents, then you can also select table. But for this example, I'm going to select the list. And within this list, so we have this payroll reports in a list format. So within this list, what do we need to extract? So let's pick like around 4 fields. So first would be the name. And here the name generally would be in a text format. So we can select the text field type. And next, let's say gross pay. And from the field type, it would be normally number. So we can put it as number. And then hourly rate, then again number, then let's also try to pick 401k number. So these files or these types depends upon the field that you're trying to extract. And I'm going to explain more about the descriptions in the upcoming like use cases. For the first use case, I thought I'll keep it like straightforward and simple and to show you like the first and the basic capabilities of AI extractions. But later on, we can also see how prompting works and how prompting helps as well. So we have updated these keys and all we have to do is just click on run. And we also have an option to save this as a template. So if you're trying to extract data from these reports more often, then you can save this as a template and it will be visible within the template. So we'll also see like a couple of use cases where I show you how to use the templates. So from the templates, it's also easy because everything is already set up. All you have to do is select the documents, review the setup, and then click on run. So now it's actually processing, which means it's trying to extract these key information from these documents. So let's give it some time to process the data. And I do see a question. It's about like the cost. So let me quickly answer in the meantime. So is this feature available to current subscribers or an add-on? If add-on, what's the cost? Very good question. Yes, this feature is available to our existing customer. If you are in Accelerate or Elevate package, data snipper package, you should have access to it by Q1 2026. But if you're a preview customer, then you should have access to it already. But if you're in a start package and if you would like to upgrade to a different package in order to get access to AI extractions and other interesting features, then please feel free to reach out to your customer success managers and they can help you with the further questions and details. Sorry. Perfect. So now, as you can see, we have the results. These are the document names. And these are the details that are extracted from these documents. As you can see, the gross pay, hourly rate, and also 401k. If it was not there or mentioned within the report, then it says not found. And in this case, as you can see, it's 44. And we also have information, the rest of the information as well. So for example, if I go to this document and it's cross-reference as well, so it's easy for you to review by just clicking on each of the snips. So you can easily review validate if this is accurate or not. And once this is done, like you can easily review or also move by document and complete your review. And once this is done, you also have an option to exclude these preview or these from your export. Like when you would like to export to your Excel, you also have an option to exclude or include in Excel, especially when you have a different segment list or different list properties. If you want to exclude one or two, you also have that option. Then you can choose how you would like to export, like maybe in the key column or key row export, and then click on export to Excel. And in order to save it as template, you can click on save as template, and you have to give your template a name, a description, then the template will be saved. So now we got a notification that it's all exported successfully. So if I go back to my payroll workbook template, as you can see, now we have all the data fields exported to your Excel workbook along with the cross-referencing part, which means now you can start working or using this data, you can start your testing procedures. And with cross references, you can easily click on it. And if you would like to make any changes to it, or if you would like to extend the snip or edit any of the snips, you can easily do it from your Excel workbook. So for example, let's take this as an example. So if I would like to extend or reduce the width, then I can easily do it within the Excel workbook. So this is one of the example where, yeah, you can just extract easily by just saying what you want, like by just prompting what are the information that you need from this document. I'm going to quickly pause maybe for like few seconds in case if you have any questions or in case if you would like to ask something in the Q&A section, more than happy to take it from there. And also to just highlight here, this tool was also smart enough to recognize that the 401 amount was at the left side of 401k words, but not the right side. So it's smart enough even to recognize those kind of alignments, especially when the documents are not structured and very messy. Perfect. I do see a question, but Ricardo is answering. Thank you so much, Ricardo. So maybe we can move to the next use case. So I'm going to close this so we don't have so many Excel documents open. So the next example that I would like to show you, this is the payroll. So let me also close this. Perfect. Yeah, the next example that I would like to show you is K1 forms, a famous tax form. So if I go back to data snippets, I've already imported the documents to my Excel workbook. And in order to initiate, we can click on AI extractions, select all the documents and click next. And for this, I'm going to show you how to use the template and also one of the highlight feature that I really liked about this tool. And as you can see, this is also number of pages. It's quite big document. So there is no defined limit, I believe, but you can import as many documents as possible and try to extract from these documents. So let's see how to use templates. So all the documents that you saved as templates will be listed within the templates option. And here I've already created a K1 form template. So you can just click on use, or from the three dots, you can actually rename the template, or you can also delete the template. So for K1 forms, I'm just going to click use. And as you can see, the key, the fields, everything is already set up. So we are looking for interest income, qualified dividends, other deductions, and we have also updated the type. And if you would like to make any changes to this templated configurations or the setup, then you can easily do it at this stage. And here, in this K1 forms, as we can see as an example, the 16, so there is a checkbox. So sometimes the checkbox is not checked and sometimes it's checked. So if you would like to also extract these kind of information, you can do it with the AI extraction, but you can just give a prompt on what you would like to expect. So for example, one of my key here is checkbox required or checked. And in order to specify or clarify that to the tool, what I'm going to do is I'm writing a prompt which says return true like if there is a checkbox in schedule 16, K3 is attached. So I'm going to give them like a complete description. So if there is a checkbox within this box or the 16th item, then please give me a true, return true, like the word true. So it's prompting. I'm giving the prompt to the feature to like on what it needs to do in that regard. And then within the type, you also have an option to select true or false. And after selecting that, now let's give it a run. So it will start processing the data. So what we expect here is if there is a checkbox, then it will return it as true. And if there is no checkbox, it returns as false. And this was one of the like most requested feature as well, where um, you're actually reviewing multiple documents. And if you would like to also extract these kind of checked items, then it's easy to do it with AI extractions and suitable prompt. So let's wait a couple of minutes for it to process. So as you can see, we have interest income and qualified dividends, other deductions. So here, as we have different keys, that is the reason why we have the results in this format. So I'm just going to wait for it to run, like to process, and I can show you what I'm trying to say and what I tried to say earlier on excluding certain keys from export. Let's give it some time. And I do see all the questions are answered. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Um, and it also depends upon the pages, the number of pages within a document, and also the size of the documents. So that will impact the processing time. So let's give it some few more seconds. Perfect. We already have this. So as I was saying earlier, so this is the thing, like if you would like to exclude any of the keys from export, you can easily do that from this enabling or disabling button within each keys. And we have the results, and by clicking on each, it will automatically take you to the respective fields. And this is the checkbox that I was referring to. And yeah, in this example, we don't have anything that says false, but as you can see, it is so neatly referring you to that checkbox, giving you the preview and also the source of this information. So this is an example of K1 forms and also the checkbox requirement, which can be very useful when you are dealing with the documents which has these kind of information checked in or checked out, and you would like to extract that. And as usual, all the other details are extracted, and you can uh, like you can select the preferred preview and then export to your Excel workbook for further review and to further perform your testing procedures. Export is completed successfully. You can also save it as a template. Plus, and now we have all the information. So if it was not found, it means that there is no interest income or the key that we are trying to look from those documents. So this is one of the example. So I do see that we still have around 20 minutes. So I'm going to move to the next interesting one, the Arabic invoices. So if you would like to extract in a different languages, you can extract it with the help of AI extraction. So I'm going to show an example of Arabic document, but it doesn't mean that it's only Arabic, but any other documents, it works. Any other languages, it works the same way. So we have like around 8 or 7 invoices which are in Arabic. And if you would like to extract certain key fields from these invoices, then you can easily do it through AI extractions. As usual, AI extractions, select the document, next. So within the templates, I've already created one for Arabic invoice extraction, so I'm going to use that. And as you can see, what I'm trying to extract from here is invoice number, invoice date, and line items. For the line items, I'm actually updating the type as list because the line items are listed. It's not one individual item. So if you would like to extract the list, then you can select the list and there will be list item properties. Like from the list, what you would need, I would need like quantity, total item, unit price description, and you can update the document types or the key fields types accordingly. And then the total before tax, tax total, and total after tax is one per invoice, right? It's not within the list. And that's the reason why it's external. It's not part of the list item properties, it's external. I hope you understand the difference between the list items properties and the normal keys, like the key fields. And we have already updated this. So all we can do is just click on run, and it will now start to process these information from these documents. And my next use case, like two use cases, are interesting. One with how like with the concept of prompting, like when you deal with a very complex documents, it will be a bit hard for you to specify the tool, like where exactly you would like to extract information from. So with prompting, you can do that. So my next two examples will be in that regard. Perfect. So now, as you can see, we have the information extracted, and we also have it in English extracted easily, so which is good. And you have the dates, and you have the quantity, total item, unit price, and also the description. And you can include or exclude from the export, and then uh, select the preview and export to Excel. Let's give it a couple of seconds for it to export. Now, if I go back to my perfect. So it's now exported. Now, for example, as you can see, I'm just going to take an example of this. So it says invoice number 5 and it's extracted. So if you would like to extend the width of the invoice, or if you would like to edit the snip, then you can easily do it from your exported data. So it supports other languages. So feel free to try it with all language documents that you use on a regular basis. Awesome. So now let's look at bank statements. So bank statement is also one of the complex or unstructured documents that we would like to extract information from. So in this case, I've already imported like around 5 bank statement, which looks different, and it's also from a different banks, not one bank. And if you would like to extract from this different looking like unstructured documents, I've already ran the AI extractions just to avoid. I'm just going to close this waiting time. Perfect. So yeah, let's take a detailed look at the prompting concept from this example. So from these bank statements, we are trying to find the account details. So account details are like the bank account name, ending balance, beginning balance, account number. So from these documents. So as this account details is a main header, I will be assigning that as a list. And I'm going to describe it like, first of all, like what this field is, like extract the main account summary information from the bank statement header or summary section. So what, like exactly specifying what you're trying to extract when you mention account details. And here, bank account name, extract the bank or financial institution, and also from the logo or header, right? When you specify that, because most of the bank names will be in the form of a logo or header of the document, but not per se like in a textual format or not within the body of the document. So in those cases, you can specify that it's okay if it's from the logo or header. So you can describe the prompts as specific, like as much as possible. So you clarify the tool, like what you're exactly looking for and what it should exactly look for from your documents. And also account number. So it also shows extract account number shown near account number, and keep masking, like because sometimes it's XXXX. So if you just update as number, then it might just look for number, but as like most of the bank statements will also have a combination of alphabets and numbers, and also the XXXs, just mentioning the last 4 digits of the account number, just to make sure that the tool is aware about these changes within these documents. That's the reason you can give the prompt specifying that so that it can look for the actual data that you're trying to look for. And ending balance, so extract the ending balances. Maybe it's in the dollar, or maybe it's without the currency symbol. So you can specify those, and also extract the beginning balance, which might also include negatives, right? So you can also include that in your prompt. And then the list item property. So these are the main account details that you would need from all the bank statement. But if you want to also deep dive into the transaction details or entry details or list of transaction from all these bank statements, then we have the entries, the next main head key fields, and extract transaction, like each transaction through under account activity, account details. So these are the account activities. So you'd like to extract that, and we can update this as a list because yeah, it's in the form of a list. And from this list, what you would need is activity date, amount description, which is the transaction date, transaction amount, and the transaction description. You can also provide more prompt on what will be the transaction date, the first column, because there might be like two dates as well, right, in the bank statement. So in order to avoid the confusion, you can actually write a prompt saying it's the first column, it's not the second column. So you can just talk to the tool with the help of prompt and guide or direct it what you exactly want to extract from these documents. And you can update the key field types. So transaction amount, then also transaction description. So you can prompt, and then I've already ran this extraction. So as you can see now, we have the details extracted. So the first part is the account details, where we have the bank account name, account number, ending balance, and the beginning balance. And the next, we have the entries. So that is individual transactions from all these bank statements are also extracted. And as you can see, sometimes it's the other combination, like it's the amount. So in those cases, you can actually change this activity date to date. And let's try to run again. So if you would like to make any changes to the existing setup, you can also do that and rerun the extraction so that it can look for the setup again and perform the extractions. Let's give it some time. Um, so this is more about prompting. And while we wait for this to run, I'm going to quickly jump to another use case so that we don't wait. And I see that we only have 10 more minutes. So the other use case is the inventory listing. So we have the inventory or the stock count documents, like two stock count documents. And if you would like to extract the information from these documents, you can also do that with the help of AI extractions. In this example, I've just extracted manufacturer and item name, but if you would like to include the catalog number or maybe the stock count or expected stock, then you can also include that in your key fields. So here it's inventory listing. I would update it as list because it's not individual item within the documents, which it's a list of items within a document. And the list item property will be the item name. And also, this is the prompt that I've given for the item name, like can be name, can be model, can be BOM together. So it can be like multiple things, right, within the item name. So it's good to mention or give a prompt to the tool, like what it can be and what you're looking for. And then manufacturer name, text. And once we run, as you can see, we have the item names here. And we also have the manufacturer details from all the stock count document. And then you can easily export this to Excel. You can select the preview, like on which way like you would like to export, and then you can click on export to Excel. So you have this extraction extracted to your Excel workbook. And these stock counts documents were looking pretty different. And as we are also reaching the year end, there might be a lot of inventory counts or inventory stock counts that will be happening. So if you would like to extract from these documents, feel free to use AI extractions. Let's see, let's give it a couple more minutes for the bank statements because it's pretty long bank statements. Now, if I go back to my inventory workbook, it's actually loading. As you can see, it's that like it's doing the export in the backend. So let's give it some time to export these data to our Excel workbook. So now, as you can see, before the activity days was kind of merged with the amount, but now as we updated it as a dates, now it has extracted in the date format, but in a different way, in fact. So we can actually give a prompt in order to solve this, and then you can easily export this to Excel and review it from there. Or you can also change the date format within your Excel workbook. and then take it from there. Because the reason there is also it just says 4.2, it doesn't mention which year and everything. So it might be a bit confusing for the tool. And even for me, in fact, if I don't see here, it's 2019. So maybe it's 2019 bank statement and these dates are 2019. So in those instances, the tool might be a bit confused, but with the proper prompt, you can yeah, get the better result. So now we have all these extractions and you can click on each one of them and it will automatically take you to the respective page. Perfect. And let me quickly see what is the status of the inventory. Let me do it again. I think it's because I'm opening the Excel fast even before it is notifying me that it's ready, like the export is already done. So let's wait for it. And yeah, and these are the use cases I wanted to show in today's session. Maybe in the waiting time, I'll also go back to the slide deck so we can finish the final part. Perfect. So here is how we help. So as per like, yeah, these are the most frequently used cases for AI extractions like payroll register, pay slips, investment schedules, quarterly reports, bank statements, shipping documents is a very good example as well, or consignments or bill of lading. So these are the examples and any messy documents and many more in the discovery. But I'm launching a poll to understand like what additional use cases do you believe AI extractions could support? This will definitely help us to explore more on towards those use cases. So please feel free to provide us with your thoughts. It would be really helpful. I'll have the poll like for some time now, so you can just drop your thoughts where else you can see AI extractions could support. And let's see if the inventory is extracted now. Perfect. So this is how it will be extracted. So you have the item name and you have the manufacturer details from both the documents, and you have the column A, the document name. So it will provide you a listing, and then it's easy for you to extract and perform the testing from now on. Perfect. So let me close this. So we don't have too many Excel workbooks open. So I'm just going to close. So this is the bank statement. So as part of next steps, so as I was mentioning earlier, if you're new to Data Snipper and would like to access AI extractions, please feel free to book a demo with us by scanning the QR code or by using the link from the chat section. If you're an existing customer with Start Data Snipper package and would like to access AI extractions, then feel free to reach out to your customer success manager in order to upgrade to the next package. And if you're already in Accelerate or Elevate Data Snipper package, then you should have access to AI extractions by Q1 2026. And this is in the preview launch phase, as I mentioned earlier. And if you want to become a preview launch customer where you can test our products when it's in preview phase, feel free to let your CSM or customer success managers know so that they can help you with it. And recording will be shared in a couple of days, I would say, but feel free to share it with your colleagues if they want to know more about the tool. So I do see we have last 2 minutes. So any questions or anything that you would like to discuss or any poll or any feedback, then please feel free to provide that. And I do have a last poll. Um, I would like me and Ricardo would like now understand like how AI extraction like do you think it will have a positive effect on your team's work? Would be more than happy to understand that. Amazing. I'm actually saying 100% yes. That's amazing. That's the goal. And I guess Ricardo will be really happy to know that as well. Um, Awesome. So yeah, we will be there in the session for 1 or 2 minutes from now. So if you have any questions or if you would like to discuss anything with us, more than happy to assist you. And if you don't have any questions, then thank you so much for attending the session. I hope you gained some insights about AI extractions. And this is my last webinar for the year. So see you next year with the new exciting topics, and enjoy your rest of the year, and happy Christmas, happy New Year. Enjoy your time, and as always, happy snipping.